Here we are trying to determine 1 1/3 divided by 1/2. So how many 1/2s are in 1 1/3? We figure out our shapes. The hexagon equals 1. This is 1/3. Half of a hexagon is 1/2, and a triangle is 1/6. So we're going to look at the 1/2s, and we're going to take the hexagon and the 1/3 shape and put them together and see how many of these shapes can fit in these two. So we notice that 2 of these shapes fit in the hexagon, so that's 2. And then this shape doesn't quite fit in here, but we notice that 2 triangle shapes will fit in the 1/3 shape, and 3 triangle shapes will fit in the 1/2. So if we take off one of the triangle shapes, we notice there are 2 left that can fit in there. So we find 2 of these, so 2 and 2/3 of 1/2s are in 1 1/3. So 1 1/3 divided by 1/2 equals 2 2/3. Okay, now we're looking at 5/6 divided by 1/3. We're trying to find out how many 1/3s are in 5/6. So this is our 1, this is our 1/6, this is our 1/2, and this is our 1/3. So 1/3 plus 1/2 equals 5/6. And we're trying to look at how many 1/3s fit in our 5/6. So we can fit 2 triangles in 1/3. We can fit 3 triangles in 1/2. So if we add the 1/2 and the 1/3, that's 3 triangles plus 2 triangles, with a total of 5 triangles. So we can fit 1 1/3 shape in this shape and another in this with a leftover triangle. So this would be our leftover triangle right here. So we have 2 1/3s plus a triangle equals 2 1/2 1/3 shapes in 5/6. Then we're going to look at multiplication. 5/6 times 1/3. We need to find 5/6 of 1/3. I used 3 hexagons to equal 1. 1 hexagon equals 1/3, and a half of a hexagon is 1/6. Well, 1 triangle is 1/18 because we have 18 triangles that make up 1. So 5/6, if we look at our 1/3, 5/6, let's count, since there's 6 parts, let's count 5 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an empty triangle space. So 5/6 of 1/3 would be 5/18, because altogether, like we said, there's 18 triangles in 1 total, and only 5 can fit into 1/3. So that's 5 triangles of 18 total, where we get our 5/18. Down here we're looking at 1/4 times 2/3. We need to find 1/4 of 2/3. So our hexagon equals 1. This shape is 1/3, and 2 triangles can fit in this shape as well. So down here we do 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. And remember that 2 triangles can fit into a 1/3 shape. So I divided them into triangles. So there's 2 triangles here and 2 triangles there. So 4 triangles total in 2/3. This shows the triangle equals 1/4. So 1/4 of 2/3, this is 2/3, equals 1/6, because 1/4 part of the 2/3 would be 1 triangle, and there's 6 triangles in 1 whole, so that's where we get our 1/6.